person. Hi. Hi. I don't have to type in chat. You can hear me, right? Okay. I am figuring this out. I don't know what I'm doing. My chat thing that I had on the side completely disappeared. Um, okay, yay, you can hear me. That's great. So I think the best thing for me to do, unfortunately, is oh, upside down smiley face. Is it bad? Is this really embarrassing? Should I stop? Should I give up? Because I know what it looks like on OBS, and it looks fine on my end, but it doesn't look great on YouTube. Can I help you in any way? That is so nice. That is so nice. You can help me by telling me what you're seeing. I'm not sure if what I'm seeing is what you're seeing. Okay. I've pulled myself up on my phone. I don't have multiple screens. And I want to know if it looks all right. Okay. It's looking okay on my phone. Should I just start? I should just start, right? I want to keep track of the chat with it on my phone. And I'm just gonna do my best, right? Perfect. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I am going to make mild edits on the chat. And then just gonna go for it. There we go. Just gonna go for it. Save. You're doing amazing. Oh my goodness. Thank you. A.N. I'm not gonna say your full username. That's a very professional username. And the chat has vanished. Wonderful. That's so great. I love that. Okay, copy URL. Trying again. Let's browsing. Dun da da da. Learning new things every day. Hey, nice to meet you, A. There's the chat. Oh no, the text is hard to read. Let's fix that now. Let's fix that. Save. What does it look like now? It might load for a second. I just gotta trust the process. No, it's not loading. There it is. Nice to meet you, too. Ooh, don't say meat like that. I'm gonna crave a hamburger. All right. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start. Nice to meet you, A. Let's do this. All right. So I have. It's gonna be too complicated. I can, in theory, show you images, but I'm just going to download the the blueprints, the floor plan for my idea for this haunted mansion. Yeah, streaming is crazy. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. This seems like a bad idea, but here I am doing the best I can. And save the blueprints. Save the blueprints as a PNG haunted mansion. We're gonna start with the first floor. Okay, so this is the family. I have them on the Steam Workshop. If you look them up, they are the Ghastlys. We got Momoira, who is gloomy. Look at her, beautiful. She's gloomy. She's good at taking care of others. Her talent is food. Like, no physique, but very creative, charismatic, good mind. Her husband, Arthur, very strong mind. He's a jester, good at romantic relationships and technology. Night owl, sloppy. Oh, I'll get to Sandy last. We got Conan, their oldest child. He's serious, good at nothing, classic. Everyone's got a good at nothing para, right? Like, everyone's got a good at nothing para. Yeah, the Addams family were my inspiration, but so were the Munsters. I can't make monsters in Paralives, not yet. We don't have supernaturals. But I do have a character inspired by the Munsters, who they have a niece slash cousin who is a normal person living with them in their monster house. And that, in my version of the game, is Sandy Joy. She is going to be Momoira's niece. And yeah, you can find them on the Steam Workshop. I have a whole bunch of bios and descriptions. Oh, I can't wait for Occults either. I'm patient. I can wait because it's early access and they're doing a good job laying out the game. But it is. I love playing with Occults. I think it's super fun. So I am ready. It is nighttime right now. Going back into build mode. I won't be able to see, so I'm afraid I am gonna have to make it daytime. I chose to give them this slot, and if my zoom out, zoom in is kind of janky, that's because the roller on my mouse does not work. Just like the stream doesn't work, the roller on my mouse doesn't work either. So I am using this slot here. It is next to the community center, which has like this beautiful castle exterior and great location with the bus stop. And it's also across the street from the graveyard, which is the real reason I chose it. And it's a nice, huge lot size. So what we're going to start with is just deleting everything. We got to clear it out. I do love how, like, the empty lots are so thoughtful still. Like, look at all this stuff. This looks legit. We got a whole fence here. Look at that. Look at that. Delete all that. So, this is pretty straightforward. I don't know if building tips are what my one viewer needs, but if you have questions, I will try to keep my eye on the chat. Haunted mansion next to castle. Apps. See, you get it. You get me, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you, A. And all right, so this stuff, you're like, oh, what about the dirty bottles? Okay, so that is all-terrain paint. So I'm going to start us off with a blank canvas just to not be distracted. Beautiful. And it's pretty flat, so I'm not too... Ooh, I just went inside a building. I'm sorry. It looks pretty flat. I am going to try the trick that everyone is trying, at least what I've seen on my feed, with the modded rug. Oh, see, it's not flat because you see how it's hiding. So I'm going to have to flatten the terrain first. And basically I'm going to use this rug, and what the rug does is sorry, my brain stopped working. Oh yeah, the world is so beautiful. It really is. Even the pre-made houses, really nice, really nice. You can tell these are people who had fun using their tools. Oh, I gotta fix that when I'm done. But basically what this rug does is you can put any image you want on it, and people have realized they can use this fun custom content item, also available on the Steam Workshop, to put blueprints on there and just copy it exactly instead of eyeballing it. So that's what I'm gonna do. We gotta, oh, okay. I'll smooth out the terrain and all that later. I'll do a little bit in the front because that's gonna bother me. Just using smooth to kind of bring it back to its natural form. Oh no, Corona. My Corona. Do, 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 do. Corona is melting into the ground. I'm so sorry, Corona. But I needed to flatten this out so I can use this fun tool. Where are you? There you are. See? Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna start by adding in my blueprint. Just clicking and dragging down because my rolly wheel does not work. Okay. Blueprints, haunted mansion, and the image doesn't work. You're nodding. Thank you, A. I I messed up on that. So let me hold on. Let me allow you guys, as if I don't have just one wonderful person watching. Shout out to Chaplin, who watched my initial 1 minute 33-second stream that I just completely messed it up and just did a terrible job on. There you go. Now you guys can look at everyone. Can you try a regular wall frame? You mean like just to see? Oh, oh! Yeah, I can! Well, okay, so the issue is not the rug. The rug works, because look, if I choose a different blueprint, it works just fine. The issue is the photo. I didn't download it right. But you're right, I could use the advanced tools to do that. So instead, I'm going to try a different way to get this blueprint. I'm going to do screenshot. So bear with me here. If anyone can find a stream more awkward than this one, you win a prize. I'm gonna give it a square. You can't see what I'm doing, and that's okay, because you'll see it in a second. Save. Blueprints. Paste. There we go. Back to the game. Trying again. Upload the photo, one that actually works this time. Boom! We did it. So now I gotta keep it kinda... Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare go into the earth. That was kind of metal. Don't you go into the earth. Okay. Right. So, have you done Much building, eh? Thank you. Have you done much building? Tell me about yourself. Is this like your favorite part of the game is the building? Or are you more of a whatever, I'll just play what's already there type of person? Try to raise it up with the advanced tools. I could do that. I do want to make sure the terrain is flat. Make this go faster. Yeah, there we go. I have no patience. Perfect. A second person! Oh my goodness! Hello, Cupid Blossom! Hi! You're so excited to get the game this weekend! That's wonderful! What's the first thing you're gonna do? A second human arrived, I know. Only the cool kids are at the table right now. That's you guys. Everyone else is too busy being slightly less cool. I'm not gonna call them lame, that's mean, but they'll be extra cool when they join the stream. Right, look at that. Okay. Does that look big enough? Because this is a mansion. Does that look big enough? Oh my, thank you. Thank you. I did doll myself up a little bit for the camera. I was gonna go just like, I'm in pajamas, but I was just gonna go like pajamas, bare face, pimple patch stickers, and then I saw myself in the camera and said, absolutely not. Definitely looks like a mansion. Awesome. Okay. And then they have this beautiful backyard space that we can decorate, if not today, another stream. So that I have been playing a different family called the Lemons, and I post about it way too much on the Reddit, the subreddit, because I want to share it with someone. I'm the only one I know in person that plays this game. So I made these guys in my first video, which was not a stream, but I pretended it was because I just wanted. It was just on my bucket list. I wanted to make a video. I've been waiting for Paralives for 7 years. I was so excited. I wanted to do it. I challenged myself. And so I made this family, and then I couldn't play them. I couldn't bring myself to play them without making it a recording. I don't know anyone else either. I love seeing other people's games. Subreddit's how I found you. Yes, it's fun. Like, I like watching other people play and see what they're doing, and you know, I got really passionate about these guys, and the reason you probably didn't see my original video, and that's fine. It's I made you think the stream is a mess. The last one wasn't even a stream, and I blocked half the screen with a Google Chrome window for like an hour. I watched back that video just like, oh my god. So, finally, no one else. I know, right? Crying. There's a solid hour of the video not blocked, but an hour of it being blocked is crazy. That's like so embarrassing, but it's still up because I was proud of myself. Um, so this is a lot of error, but we're figuring it out. I don't have a proper. I got like a little webcam that I originally got for Zoom calls. Ew. And I just got my regular gaming headphones. The microphone is just what it is. We're all just flesh suits. It's okay to make mistakes. Yes, yes, it is. And I'm going to make a lot of mistakes tomorrow. I just started a new job and I'm about to make so many mistakes. But I'm going to try my best, and that's all we can do. But as I was saying, finally, I'm the only one home. My husband's at work. My roommates are off doing their own thing. And I was like, now is my chance to embarrass myself to the fullest extent, and then strangers can see me embarrass myself instead of people I know personally. Thank you. I needed it. And it's new. I'm gonna be a server at a restaurant, which is I've done it a little bit before, but this would be like diving in head first, and I am really excited about it. Um, thank you, Cupid Blossom and A. What are you gaming on, laptop or PC? I'm gaming on a PC. I actually make that one a girl. Ooh, those tips better be good. Um, and yeah, I have a pretty good PC to be fair. My bachelor's degree, I have a bachelor's in science for computer animation. So I have a computer that can run animation programs. I don't really do it anymore. It's just something I stopped enjoying. But I I got the PC from it, which if y'all ever played Sims and now Paralives, you can hear the airplane noises when you run the game. So very grateful I have this. All right, but I've been talking a lot and not doing anything. So let's get this started. I got so excited to see you, Cupid Blossom. I forgot why we were here. All right. So the lot is not perfect. Look at that. Oh, mwah. The lot is not perfect. See, this one is kind of like straight line and that one's not. I'm going to rotate it just a little bit to give it some semblance of a right angle, but it's not going to be perfect. And that is the beauty of Paralives. It feels more real, you know? You can rotate the whole lot. You can. You can. Right now, I am just rotating this custom content rug. Were you here for that, Cupid Blossom? Did I explain that to you? This is a custom content item you can get in the Steam Workshop right here. It looks like this. It's a rug, and you can upload any photo you want. Yeah, the different lock shapes are so cool. So I'm using this to put a floor pan up so that I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to start with the foundation. So you're going to take a wall, and I'm just going to outline the shape. I'm going to start back here, like that. This is interesting. Is that a fireplace? I'm going to do a bird's eye view here. And it'll pop into place, which is super useful. Uh-oh. Calm down. Calm down. It really wants to do a 45-degree angle. But if you don't like what it's telling you to do, just hold down the command key. I'm going to try my best to get 90-degree angle, not 91. Come on. No. Come on. No. No. Oh, God. No. It might have to be 91. I'm going to zoom in. Why am I making this harder on myself? What do you think about the future make your own town tools? I'm really excited. That's something I have done so many times in Sims 2. It was really overwhelming in Sims 3. I have attempted it, but it was really difficult in Sims 3. Covered patio. Love that. So you see how it's like kind of snapping? Snapping. Why is it snapping to 91? Absolutely not. We gotta correct this. It could be a little wonky. It's a haunted mansion, right? It could be a little wonky. Eh, there we go. We're doing it. But yeah, in Sims 2, I would use like the different land shapes and just have it empty and then just make my own families and have them populate the world over time. This is not going to be perfect, but I'm kind of embracing it. And my headspace is like, this is a haunted mansion. Why would it be perfect? Those are stairs in my head. That's not right. Wait. There we go. You see? And it's still not perfect. What do you think? Can we add pets yet? Not yet, Cupid Blossom, but that is something they are very quickly working on. It's one of their top priorities from what I have seen. Um, my real house doesn't have proper 90-degree angles either. See, you get it. Halloween and Christmas year round. I celebrate Christmas now that I'm married to my wonderful husband. Um, Ironically, I think I might care about it a little more than he does. I'm Jewish, so I celebrate Hanukkah, which he's fully embraced. There you go. I'm really trying here. Okay, moving on. I don't know if I'm lining this up perfectly, but it's going to still work for our purposes, I assume. And, oh, so you see this dotted line up there? That's going to be the second floor, I'm pretty sure. Which I'm excited about. This is a Queen Anne Victorian style home. Satisfying. Okay, zooming up. Zooming up! So right now it's a big empty block, but I'm actually gonna make this a foundation. So I'm gonna do that by lowering it. How tall do I want this foundation to be? Like that? I can change it at any point. Let's start with that. Oh, your girlfriend's Jewish. Are there any holidays coming up? I should know this. Mazel tov. Build mode. I know. That was so satisfying when I figured out how to do foundations because I didn't see a foundations and it's like it's just the walls. Very simple, very clean. Now oops. I'm going to figure out there we go. There we go. I'm going to raise this up. Come on. There we go. Ah, there we go. Because we got to build the walls. And another thing you can do, click on your foundation and oh no, you got to zoom out. Zoom out. I'm going to turn off. I got to turn that off. That's going to annoy me. Turn off. Thank you. Zoom out. How much do I have to zoom out? Hello? Am I having a glitch? Did we find a bug, guys? Wall thickness. Hmm? What am I doing? What's going on? There we go. Okay. Change platform height. You don't gotta do all that. I'm trying to. I saw this the other day. Why can't I figure this out? Lady streamer person, what can we call you? My name is Sophie. You can call me Sophie. Okay, zoom too far out. Come on. I did this the other day. Why is it so difficult? Y'all, I'm trying to copy this page up. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe this is the problem. Go back where you were. There you go. Go back where you were. And then, there we go. I figured it out. Lady stream. Okay, so finally, I did this. I'm going to raise this wall height up. Let's give them nice tall ceilings. Because this is a mansion. Okay? This is a mansion. And now I'm gonna just place it right in here. And we can do our interior walls! Sophie, it looks like you gotta change your channel to Lady Streamer Parade. that might be a pretty good idea, actually. That's hilarious marketing. Who are you watching on stream? Oh, the lady streamer person. Alright, so that looks 3-car garage. Covered porch, foyer. A whole garage. We don't have cars in the game yet, but we do have the bus station right here, so you can take the bus places. So let's start with the porch. I'm gonna take this 90-degree angle. Thank you very much. There. Diagonal, nice 45. Ooh, guys, this is really satisfying how it's just clicking in place for me, like it already knows what I want to do. Ooh. See that? To be a 90-degree angle, it has to not work. Do I let it be a 90-degree angle? Or do I do that? So the jobs are rabbit holes, but they are all in buildings you can enter after the fact. There might be a couple of the buildings you can't enter, but for them, like, there's a ton of jobs where, like, it's a rabbit hole, but then, like, their job's over and you can click on it and load the lot and just actually walk around and actually do things in there. So that's pretty cool. All right. Looking good, looking good. We got the living room. Click. Does that look like there's no wall there? That does look like there's no wall there. I'll keep that in mind. And then we have a corner just blocked off. Maybe I can turn that into a closet. And then that, that, that. Another corner just blocked off. Closet in the 3-car garage. I'll turn that into something else. And then this is like a really satisfying mobile game. Wait, does it say there's 5 people in here? We did it! Triangle closet is diabolical. I mean, we can just put some skeletons in there. It's got some skeletons in their triangular closets. We did it, Joe. We did it. Are there line grids you can toggle? Yes, there are. So I have them off, but you can put them on. But you can't see because I got the rug. There it is. Boop. You see that? All right. It's not going to be perfect, but it just has to work. Coats, PDR. I'm going to assume that's a half bath, because that looks like a toilet and a sink. But what is PDR? Oh, it really wants me to put it there. Okay. Coats. Interesting. So it's like a tiny little closet. That? Who? Why would I want 93? That's such a random choice of degrees. There we go. Thank you. Cupid, you're gonna have so much fun tomorrow. I know! Powder room! Thank you! PDR, powder room. Okay, see, I'm not rich enough to have a powder room. All our bathrooms have to be extremely functional. What is. Okay. I'm gonna leave the wonky angles because I feel like it actually kind of works with the whole Haunted Mansion vibes I got going. Uh-uh. Hello? You're not the boss of me. Hello? Come on. Eh, there we go. I heard it click, which makes me think I'm doing it right. Aha! That sounded correct. I thought powder room was a Brit thing. I've definitely heard it before, but it's always like in bougie setting. I already have 50 hours just trying to find collectibles. I gotta be at 100 hours now because before I started this stream that took me forever to get going, I was at like 92. So I gotta be at 100 or near 100. Covered patio. What this weird angle? We're gonna have fun here. Um, it really wants me to do this angle, but I'm gonna disagree with it. Okay, and then we have some funky stairs. So I'm gonna do a foundation right here. And that's going to, I'll do a separator. That's going to allow me to raise a platform of some kind. Oops, I'll have to delete the rug first. Not the text break. Okay. Just being honest. I thought it'd be bougie. But maybe it's just a British thing. Oh. Oh, there's a door. Why am I making this harder on myself? Okay. We doing it. We're doing it. Don't mind my I'm trying so hard noises. I am assuming these dotted lines are gonna be the next floor up. Does that look like a wall? That's probably like an archway or something, right? Okay, so I'm gonna bump it up. Nope. Not quite. The grunt. I'm trying so hard. Oh. Come on. There we go. All the way. There we go. Voila. Any other that I missed? Let me zoom out. There. It's so wonky. It's a haunted mansion. It has to be wonky. Okay, so we have doors. See all the doors? Let's put in some temporary doors. Look at these. Ooh. Put in some temporary stuff for now. And in case you're wondering, yes, you can change the size of the arches. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and I love this. This is a little detail I noticed yesterday. They have specifically closet doors. And look, I'm gonna go. Look, I'm gonna go here. Look at that. You just open the door. Let me fix the lighting because I can't see. There you go. Look at that. You just click on it, open the door, close the door. Amazing. Hold shift to change both sides of the arches at the same time. That's a good hint. Thank you. I'm gonna try that out. Shift. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, A. Wait, where's the wall for the closet? Am I blind? I just picked a closet door. You can do this with any door, not just the closet doors, but I thought I liked that they're closet specific doors. I am gonna sell that though and put a regular interior. Wait, covered patio. Good thing we got patio doors. Ah, I see why they want a door now. Alright, patio door. Oh, look at that, fit perfectly. Beautiful. I think that's a fireplace. That's what I see when I look at that. And then just putting random doors and we'll make them nicer later. I don't think I could stop grunting if I tried. I'm gonna be honest with you. And then so there's like a little closet in the den. I'm gonna put so many skeletons in here. Do you want the Ghastlys to be millionaires? I think I want them to definitely be wealthy, upper class. I don't think they're gonna have liquid $1 million, but like their house is gonna be super nice, and I think they're gonna have. You can with sound effects pre-install. Um, I think they're gonna have a good amount of funds, kind of like the Goths in the Sims 2. They have a lot of money, just kind of preset. Is there any other? That's gonna bother me. I do have to change that. I'm so sorry. It can be wonky, but that's like crazy. There we go. That's better. Am I missing anything? I can put a fireplace in, I think. I totally saw fireplaces at one point. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is! Okay. I'm just gonna pick this one. Just put that there for now. Now I want to make the house from Shameless. I haven't watched that show in so long. Oh, and I also have to delete some walls because this is the outdoors. There we go. Remember, we got a foundation, which might be too high. Covered patio. I'm taking the covered patios as like there's a roof, right? But not walls. That's my assumption. And then, oh, a door. Found another door. Eyedropper tool. There we go. don't wanna forget about our doors. But 3-car garage. Anyone see where they would want the garage door to be? Where do they want the garage door to be? I guess each rewatch I haven't seen. So many angles, my geometry teacher would be proud. Can you make it? You can make it a sunroom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait, the patio or the garage? I didn't finish Shameless. I I last remember Fiona became like a landlord, and then there was like a couple that got pregnant with a turkey baster, and then like squatters. That's the last thing I remember. I had this is funny because it I had such a crush on Cameron Monaghan years ago because of Shameless and Gotham. Except of course in Shameless, he's gay. His character is gay. So but I was like, he's such a good actor. And then like in Gotham, he's playing an evil little man. So I don't know what exactly was wrong with me. Um, but just being honest. I think there's an archway there, but it's kind of weird, ain't it? Look at that. What is happening? Is this supposed to be like a closet? But that's a closet. Is it a bench? It's supposed to be a bench? I'm just trying to respect their wishes here. Come on. Come on. Okay. Eh, eh. Come on. There we go. And then. Okay. And then. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's so stupid. Do you see pictures of interiors from the workshop? Bench or shoe rack? Just a mudroom? Yeah. This doesn't look right. Okay. I think I think I'm just gonna have this connect like that. Why does it? I hope that worked. We'll see later. We lost someone. We went from 5 to 4. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing as before. Gonna wait. Page up. Ah, page up. Gonna duplicate. Second floor, baby. Except, oh my goodness. Look at that. Except now I gotta line this up and then replace it with a photo of the second floor as best as I can. Diva down. You guys are fun. Thank you for being here with me. Upper floor. Gonna do the same thing I did before that you guys can't see. Just be patient. Editing it. No, not with Microsoft Paint. No shade though. That was. I played with Microsoft Paint a lot as a kid. Thank you for streaming. Aww. The rug is so smart. It's not my idea. I wish I could claim it. But I forget who started it, but I think it was like a hack in someone's YouTube shorts, and it caught on because it's such a good idea. And you don't have to get if you don't want to do CC, you can use the advanced transform tool, and that will and on one of the picture frames and flatten it on the ground, and that'll do what you need it to do. All right. Your patience should work out. Because here we go. Like, it is different. It's pretty different. I might just delete this whole floor and, like, do it. I might just delete the walls and do it from scratch. Because it's so different. Here we go. The sound effects are so fun. Can you guys hear the game? Okay, and that's good to know that this is open. Ah! No, can't wish we could. Audio. So just checking if it's my stream or if it was just because my volume was low. I can hear it in spirit. That's a good attitude. That's a good attitude to have. Now, I don't know if it's perfectly lined up, so what I'm gonna do is place the stairs. I'm gonna raise this platform so that we can do the stairs. These nice stairs. The stairs, I'm not gonna lie, are a little tricky for me. It's not that they don't work, it's that they're really delicate. Come on. You see how it wants to work so bad? Look at that. That's so fun. But not what I wanted. There we go. That wasn't so difficult. Oop, I'm gonna try the shift thing. But now I gotta... Ah. We did it! And then you could click on this button and this button. Oh, it doesn't have... I clicked stairs that don't have a base. And that's just not gonna work for a mansion. So now I have to struggle all over again. It's a stream, pretty sure. Oh, I'll figure it out next time. Oh, I wish you guys could hear. Because when I recorded a video and it wasn't a stream, it could be heard, but for some reason it's not in the stream. And I'm just happy to be here, honestly. Love the cat ears. Thank you. I have two real cats. They're being menaces somewhere. I just realized I'm in my OBS, but I'm still moving this staircase with my mouse. Settings. Capture audio. Okay. Can you hear it now? Can you hear the game tonight? Yes! I did it! What are my cat's names? My cat's names... Wait, hold on. I will tell you. Drumroll, please. But I'm just excited that you can hear the game, and I did it. I didn't even Google it. Yes! Okay. I had to reward myself. My cat's names are Natasha and Shadow. Shadow is a boy cat, classic tomcat, and he is younger than Natasha. I got Natasha back when I was in college. How did people do this? I got Natasha back in college. And so she's about 6 or 7 years old, and then Shadow we found. Okay, so that's good to know. If it's not working for you, just put it the best you can, and then line it up with this top arrow, and then it'll be a lot easier to place. Shift, Sophie, shift. There we go. So, human name and a classic cat name. So Natasha was her name at the cat cafe. All her siblings had names that started with the letter N. And she was Natasha, and I kept trying to think of a name that would suit her better, and nothing did. So Natasha stuck. And then we found Shadow. He was a stray. We found him. He's our found baby. So, yeah. That's how we got them. And then, how do I... Hold on, I'm figuring it out. Okay. No! No! That's not right. In this haunted mansion, you have to not fall down the stairs in the platforms. Just down. Like a trap door. I need a cat cafe near me. Stat. They might... Look it up. Look up cat cafe near me. See what you find. You'd be surprised. Okay, I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think. What is that? Look, because even if I could place the stairs here without struggling. What is that? Wait. Yeah, I agree with you about the platform in the weird P shape. But what is that? Where did my chat go? Oh no. Okay. You came back. It's Cat Cafe 20 minutes from me. See? See, just gotta look it up, gotta find stuff. Okay, I have messed around with this enough. I have to just give in and accept the fact that I have to make more platforms. So I'm gonna just make a wall. That looks terrible. Going to delete that and then make a wall. That also looks terrible. What is happening? What's going on? What are we doing? Is that anyone else's favorite thing in the world right now? Okay. The stairs are gonna be my enemy, I can tell. Alright, alright! Nope. Not quite. Okay. It worked itself out. Beautiful. Stunning. And then I'm gonna delete this wall. Ah! Naked under there! Yeah, we gotta put some underwear on it. Are we comfortable leaving this wall up here for stairs? Or do I have to do the hard part? What is that? Just a hole. Is that a meteor? Is that always there? Or, like, did that happen in my game and I just didn't notice? Consult the blueprints! Okay. Look at the meteor while I look at my blueprints. What is that? Oh, it's a closet! That's what that weird little thing is. It's a closet. Another little room to put skeletons in. So glad we figured this out. Okay, so I'm gonna... There we go. I'm gonna make that its own little space. And so I don't forget it's a closet. A lot of closets! They got lots of things to store. Lots of secrets. This, why? Why this? Are you guys screaming that I just undid all that? There we go. Okay. And then... Okay. Damn how long you've been playing. They only dropped by the museum so far. Oh! Right, the meteor! Right, okay. I did actually know. I did see. No screams, maybe some grunts. I did see someone talk about meteors. Which is that? Has that always been there, or is that an update that they've just been like sneaky? Like, see, we do cool stuff. You can't be too mad at us. Let's put a half wall here. I'm not following the blueprints exactly. Thickness, height. Nope. That's not what I wanted and you knew that. How do I... Okay, you have to do it here first, I guess. I like that the line shows you how tall it's gonna be. Okay. We're doing it! We're doing it! Is there an undo button? Yes, right here. You see it on my mouse? Half wall height is on the top. Yep. Alright. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. And if you want to change the railings, it's under alternate versions. So I'm going to have just one right there, but I also have to move this over. And change the height. Oh. How do I line this up? Okay. Is there an in-between? That doesn't... Wait, let's get this up here first. There we go. And then line it up on the wall. Ruh-roh raggy. Is this easier than building in The Sims 4? I've never played it. In some aspects, yes, for sure. Sims 4 was stuck on a grid with walls and stuff, which is a lot more rigid. And the snapping is super useful. But it's also early access, there's some bugs, and Sims 4 has been around a long time. So in other ways, Sims 4 is a little bit more streamlined. Oh no. I can just ignore the blueprints and move this over. Hold on. Intersect other walls? I'm just gonna... It doesn't need to be exact. And I'm gonna put my half wall there. That just looked wrong. Ew. Okay. Love the bouncing balls. Me too. It's fine. It'll work. I agree, personally. And then I can't see. Okay, so now I'm gonna zoom out and finally start up top here. The good news is that this is all going to be open, because it literally says open. So that's a good starting point. I'm also just going to take the image and adjust it. So remember, we moved the stairs over, so that's not going to line up perfectly, but everything else I think is fine. We'll find out. We'll find out, won't we? Right, so ignoring... That must be the roof that I'm looking at. That's the roof. But the yellow, that's walls. So I'm going to start in the middle here. Now I know you're going to let me put it where I want. You are not the boss of me. Thank you. Hello, you are not the boss of me. I am your boss. And then if you make a wall too long, because you don't know what you're doing right away, you can just put it where you want it, and then take this little piece. Oh, well I did it wrong, so hold on. You can... See that? Still doesn't want to work. I'm trying to give you helpful tips, and then, like, I'm messing it up, so I can't. 90. There we go. You see that click? That's how you know you're good. It wants me to do 89 really bad. Okay. And then if you do it correctly, you can delete the little tail on your wall. The music's so cute. It is. You can also listen to it on YouTube. So that's very cool. And then can I delete the ceiling from down here? Yes. Here we go. I deleted too much. Okay. That's the ceiling. Okay, I'll do that after. Let me not skip steps when I don't even know where I'm at. The shadows. It's definitely the blueprint, yeah. I'll delete it when I don't need the blueprint anymore. I'll do that. And I'm using home and page up, page down to move. That's exactly the same as Sims 4, thankfully. And all the Sims games, actually. So that makes it super useful. And then, let me just make you guys dizzy for a second. And, and then we'll get started. Let's start with the easy, long walls. Please. Is it not letting me because there isn't a wall directly underneath it? That's what's happening. Zooming out. Zooming out. Actually, let me use that where it lets me place a wall to determine how I want to do this. Okay. And then I'm gonna... And it lines up with the stairs better. Are you kidding me? I think I can move... Don't mind me, guys. Just making lots of mistakes. Delete. Delete. Do that over. That's fine. Because now we know where we're at. Can't move rooms yet. Yeah. But that looks great. Look at that. Ooh. 45. Oops. It's so satisfying. Oh. Hold on now. $90. No. Whew. I think open means like classroom or something. You think? I think it's like with the big stairs and then there's like a little balcony where you can look over. Or it could mean glass roof. Can we do a glass roof? We'll find out. The other open. I see you. I hear you. And these white rectangles are windows. Do you see white rectangles on the black line? Okay. Those are gonna be windows. And these have what's that called? The windows that like have a little cozy space. That looks like that's what's going on over here. Come on. Whew. Exhausting. Just like. Can you calm down, please? Like. Just really excited about this house. Bay windows! Yes. TD. Building is tedious. I'm not gonna lie to you. But there's something about Lifesim players that love the tedium. Okay, let's zoom out. Let's see what we got. Look at the shape. Look at the shape. You think this might be a balcony? It is! It is to the tedium or to the balcony? It's kind of crazy how it's clicking in place as if it can see the blueprint. Like, that's how thought out these building tools are. That's amazing. She curvy. There are curved walls, Cupid Blossom. Not in this build, but in the game, there are curved walls. And I'm very excited. I've seen people do some cool stuff with that. Look at her! This looks a little tall. I'm gonna lower that a little bit. There we go. Please don't make me think. Hello? Okay, so the garage is probably not on a platform, I'm realizing. But, like, I would have to separate it out, and I might just make it a room. You know? Let me just like, ooh, it was never there. What garage? What? There wasn't a garage? What are cars? Those don't exist. What are you, crazy? Alright, we got stairs. Add a little... See if I can find the matching. Does it look like that? That matching ones? Oh, that looks a little plain. It's probably these. And then... What's your problem? Nope. Okay, I think the separator is a bit of a problem. So now that we have this, I think I'm gonna... Ah! Delete the floor! The grunts are... Don't delete the floor. That's, a taboo. Not supposed to do that. I just want to put a fence. Don't get upset. You're fine. You have a good life. There we go! That was so satisfying. I was upset for no reason. Uh-oh. What is this? Fence replacement. Fence placement. Okay, that's not working. Okay, we're figuring it out. shorter, please? Wall not long enough. I can't make it shorter. You're doing amazing, sweetie. You're doing great. Can I just... Excuse me. It's not letting me delete. It says it's deleting, but it's not. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I heard. I'm gonna just move it over here. We'll call you when you're ready. Well, it worked over there. Are we having a half wall problem? Yeah. Replace. Replace. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Replace. And then... Nope. Be careful with that dang sledgehammer. Girl, that's Harry Potter's room. Oh, that was fine. But it doesn't want to delete these for some reason. Okay. We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. This is like... Nothing is simple. Ever. Ever. Now I know you're not limiting where I can put this wall. Why? What are these secret walls? Do the voices every time. I'm here to entertain, I guess. Oh, it's working. That's something, we're gonna learn from this instance. You're gonna be like, it's buggy, it don't work, but then you just keep messing with it and you figure it out. You figure it out. I am gonna make that a little longer. Excuse me. What was that, 180? Oh, it wants me to do 180. Let me just... We're starting the stairs over, but we're gonna finish the second floor first. I need a stair break. Does early access mean there will be bugs? Yes. It's an unfinished game, but it's at a discounted price. So if you think you're gonna play with it anyway, get that discount. That's my perspective. The more satisfying part. When I don't have to think about stairs. It's beautiful over here. Wow, the views are lovely. Look at that. Oh, the views. Those beautiful views. It's not exactly right, but... Oh, I'm giving myself a headache. Curved window things. I love the curved window things. This? You're talking about this? The sitting area? I'm like, as I do this, because this is not something I have any experience with at all. I'm thinking of streamers I've watched, and I think of Pleasant Sims. Does anyone know Pleasant Sims? Yep. Is that to Pleasant Sims or to the sitting room? No, unfortunately. I don't know. That's fine. They haven't posted in forever. I adored her content. And it was a little sad to see her stop posting for a while. She did a ton of Sims 2 stuff. She had all these great, like, how-tos and whatnot, which I really appreciated. And my chat might be a little delayed. So if I like cozy gaming, that's the only gamer I watch besides Jen McAllister. I was bringing it up because, like, I don't watch a ton of streams, yet here I am. And so I'm like, that's just what I'm thinking of as I'm doing this. Like, what's normal? You know? Why'd she stop posting? I think a mixture of life and Sims 4 was not doing it for her, but I hope she gets into Paralives. I think it'd be more up her alley. And it'd be nice to see her again, if she's interested, you know. No pressure. No pressure. And we got a lot of... ooh, fancy! Oof. Ooh, fancy. I don't think that made it a room. Yeah, that didn't make it a room. That's fine, because I'm just gonna do that. That's Mrs. Lady Streamer. Worth checking her channel. Here I am. That's Miss Lady Streamer Person. In case you don't know, if I'm over here, I'm looking at my phone in the chat. This is not a professional setup in the slightest. Guest bedroom, bath, wicker closet? And then... This is why I've been putting this off, and I needed support. That's why I wanted to stream it. One, because these characters I made while filming myself, so it felt weird not filming me build their house. But also, this is, like, so intimidating. It's so big. I also like Karen and Connie Gaming. They are twins. This is interesting. They are twins. Uh-oh. Do not. Oh my goodness. You see that? How did you meet your husband? It's a great story. I downloaded Bumble. And, dating app isn't super romantic, but my roommate saw me hesitating and just like lingering on his profile. Paralemons and James Turner. I used to watch James a lot. I love Paralemons. Can we have addicts? Yeah. Yeah. Basements you technically can have, but there's no basement tool, so you gotta finesse, you gotta play with the landscaping. We can't have attics yet? I guess it depends on what you call an attic. You can have a top floor. You can have a top floor. I've seen people make an A-frame work, but it's probably gonna be finicky. Probably gonna have to play with it. If you mean like a roof you can walk in, not really, no. You're gonna have to play with it. I've seen someone finesse it, but yeah, if there's no tool for it, that's correct. There's no tool for it. Figured it out. Boom. Someone better add basemental drugs. I also use the basemental drugs mod. I want my characters, whatever characters I play, to actually, like, have consequences, and if, like, what's the point of them going out for drinks if it just fills their tummies? They can do that at home. Okay, so if you don't want that bending thing to happen, you're gonna have to break the wall up. Hey, they gotta get high too. Mm-hmm. Listen, they're adults. They're adults. They can do. Parents can do what they want. They're adults, you know. Did I do it? I think the dotted lines are the roof, but heyo. Did I do it? Okay, let me move this up here. Here we go. Let's hope I line that up right. I just wanted to see where the roof would be. Congrats! Oh no! What did I do? What did I do? Look at that! No! So that looks... So it's just out here. Okay. We can fix that. Satisfying. Can't see. Oh Wait, what's wrong with the floor? I know. I think I deleted something at some point. Let me do this. Let me make it easy on myself and see if it works. Nope. Because the interior... looks fine. Save and reload. You think that's the issue? Yeah, because it's not making a ceiling at all. I mean, yeah. I do have autosave on. I'm gonna delete. Okay. Okay. Okay, go to the main menu. I just saved already, but sure, save again. Can't be too careful. Loading, we're being patient. I hear sounds. That must mean we're back. Okay. Looks crazy. Alright. It loads so fast. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm also very used to Sims 3 loading. So, guys, I think I'm gonna have put some light on the situation. Let's see. Yeah, actually, that's an idea. What if I just, you know... We did it! then that... I hate that weird corner. Why would the blueprints do that? Like, I followed the blueprints exactly. Okay. We gotta do the stairs. We gotta do the stairs. Do I want to do the stairs? No. But we gotta do them. At least I kinda know what I'm doing now with these things. Roof before stairs. I could do, if I don't want to do this, I could do the roof. Okay. I don't know if I'll do the roof exactly how it says. I did that with my Mac and my battery paid the price. I used to play on a MacBook back in college. Now, roof tools are in early access. It says it right there. So we're gonna get creative. It does snap a little bit sometimes. Can I get more shadows so I can actually see the difference between the floors? Just do however you want it. It'll look cute. Thank you. I sure hope so. You have such confidence in me. Hippie. Hip, hip, hop, hip. Hippity hop, don't stop. Okay. No. Do I have a half hip roof? Half hip. Hippy half. Not yet. No half hipped yet. Okay, trust the process. Trust the process. Gonna hide that and extend that, and it's not what I wanted. Trust the process. It can't go wrong if we decide what's right. Exactly. Exactly, A. Exactly. Okay. Not quite. Not quite. Hold on. There's a picture. I don't have to torture myself completely. Only a little bit do I have to torture myself. I know I can do shift for the roof, but I feel like it's gonna be messy. Okay, hold on. Duplicate that. Go down a floor. So we have this thing here. But I can see it on the floor. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I don't think we're gonna be able to do what it wants us to do. Or Or, it's a feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature. You can have roofs and doors now. Which is what the community has been asking for years, and EA just never gave it to them. Like this, I can see like that. You put a little roof there. You put a little roof there. Like that. Yeah, like that. What is the whole EA drama? Which one? That's a great question. I think I heard they're bad by why? They use a lot of exploitative practices in the gaming community, which Sims fans kind of had little choice but to just go along with because they were a monopoly in the genre. So, like, no one else had a Sims game, which is why it's such a big deal that there are more out now, like Paralives, Inzoi. I'm not a fan of Inzoi personally, but like, no shade, I guess. And then the latest controversy is EA was bought by both the Saudi government, not a company in Saudi Arabia, the government, and the Trump family, which kind of hurting a lot of people right now. Exploiting workers. Probably, but I'm not going to say that with my whole chest. I'll say players. Like, paying for expansions is not standard in the gaming community. EA just can do that because they were the only ones for so long. Flat roof, that's what we're doing. It's a square. That's what I needed. Yeah, so... And then there were, of course, a lot of people boycotted, and then a lot of people chose not to boycott, and that's been a little bit messy in the community. I ended up boycotting EA, personally. That's what I did with my... because I didn't want to give them more money. Yeah, so it's... there's a lot going on. And I think we're just Paralives exciting. Yeah, they use predatory monetization, they stop creative exploration in favor of profit, they release games unfinished, excessive expansions, unfair pricing, monopolization. Yeah, nailed it. Said it much more concise than I did. So I appreciate you for that. Not me sticking the tongue out. That's how you know it's serious. I'm gonna have to get creative with this roof. It's okay, it's a haunted mansion. Yeah, so a lot of, Sims players don't even realize they're being taken advantage of because it was the only game in the genre for so long. And they just wanted to play a game they liked. Hard to blame us, right? Yeah, that's why so many people are excited about Paralives, exactly. House is crazy. Oh yeah, definitely look into it. We gotta know your rights as a consumer. 100%. Yeah, there's some YouTubers I used to love who chose to ignore the issues for money, and that was disappointing. The weirdest roof ever. And I'm realizing now I have to pick the color on all these roofs. That's... I wish people would be more angry at The Sims 4. It's got a lot of... It's so shallow. Yeah. There's some great video essays about EA out there. Yeah, for sure. I've been playing Sims for over a decade. I've seen the decline and just like the lack of respect for the players. In theory, the game's supposed to be for us, but they clearly didn't care about us. It's a shame. And a lot of people defend them. Just cause nostalgia. This is gonna be difficult. I kinda regret doing roofs. Maybe I should have done the stairs. EA worth it. They have a lot of games. Why'd I think the roof would be? Oh no. Does my puppy boy need attention? I don't really know how to deal with that. I could, like... My dog is crying or something. Guys, look at your floating house. I do. I know. I have a lot of animals. I have a dog. Zeb. I can't tell if you can see. Okay, putting it back. There you go. Trying again. Did I just show you my floor? There he is. Hey, buddy. I'll get the camera out of your face. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna turn my camera off and take care of him. And I might have to pause the stream here. Or, I guess, end the stream here and then continue with my life. But thank you, the few people who showed up. This was so fun. And I'll save it here so you won't miss out. Thank you for hanging with me. I'll save it here so you don't miss out on the building, and this will just be one big ugly mass while I play the Lemon household off camera. So, yeah. Hi guys! Thank you for joining me! Good night, A!